Indeed, it is a Sunsplash Friday afternoon in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and an SEC Top 20 showdown headed your way. Number 11, Mizzou. Number 19, Arkansas. The Hog Wild Band in the house tonight at Bogle Park. And what a series this should be, a critical one. Laird hitting .376 on the season. Popped it up, left field. Kramer underneath for out number one. Honnold, slow roller to Halverson for out number two.
He's not over. The fun is just getting started.
Oh, I like that. The 2-2 on the way from line stop. Outer half and a called strike three. A 1-2-3 frame. There's no joking on April Fools on Monday. Gamble was electric. Slapped over to short, Laird up with it quickly and in time for out one. Standing in the sunshine, just trying to catch a few rays. This one swatted into right field for a base hit. First hit of the game for Arkansas. And with one out, Reagan Kramer standing at first. Harrison delivers and a fly ball to straightaway center, drifting back at the wall. Bree Ellis has left the ballpark. Her 13th long ball of the season, and just like that, Arkansas jumps out in front 2-0.
This is why she's in the 3-hole. I mentioned it, a .414 hitter with runners on. Look at the lower body turn. This is what DJ Gasso does so well, a new hitting coach here at Arkansas, specializing in that lower body, utilizing the weight to get through that swing. Bree Ellis doing it so well. Path.
And Miller strikes out. Second out of the frame. Very competitor. First team All-SEC performer 2 years ago, and back-to-back strikeouts for Harrison to close down the first. City, Missouri. Grew up going to Mizzou games. And 4-pitch walk. Leadoff batter aboard.
It's getting off of that emotional roller coaster. It's so easy to get wrapped up in the results of our game.
And a second strikeout for Linestock. Valley Conference Player of the Year a season ago, and it's taken some time to adjust to the SEC and quickly retired. The third strikeout for Linestock. 1-0 to Abby Hay, a slow roller, and the throw over to first in time from Camenzind End. Leadoff walk is stranded. And Kylie Halverson, the redshirt senior from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, pops it up. And the shallow right field drifting back is Gallagher for out number one.
I think it's always a win when you can get an alumni.
From Cal is Coach Deifel. We had a great conversation with her this week. Camenzind a slow roller to second. Gallagher again up to the challenge for out number two. Senior out of Valdosta, Georgia, smacks it all the way to the wall, off the base. Hedgecock digging for second and slides in safely with a 2-out double. Camenzind, twin sister of Hannah. Batting ninth, an excuse me swing, and it's tapped over to first. An easy play for Abby Hay. And the 2-out double is stranded. Harrison works out of potential trouble. 2-0 our score. Bottom. Brute strength on display. Sent over to third, up with it quickly is Gamble, who makes a nice play for out number one. Really?
Yeah.
Curious if the golf swing would mess with the softball swing. That one clipped her right on the arm. And so Langer aboard with one out, and that'll bring the top of the order back.
The defensive setup here, a little bit of a shift towards right field.
And swatted right into it. Underhand toss, not in time. Langer was hit by a pitch, an infield single by Laird. Popped up in the infield. Bri Ellis underneath it to record the second out. The payoff pitch, both runners on the move. Popped up in the infield. Cammon's in underneath it to record the third and final outs. And line stop. Make no mistake, you are spending a lot of time on the range. Off of Harrison's glove, it bounces in the circle, and that's one way to do it for Reagan Johnson.
A chameleon at the plate. We have to prep for what we're going to see. We've got to stay loose. We can't be married to one approach. We have to be able to adjust, and that is what this team has been able.
Kennedy Miller in the on-deck circle. Player who does not have very many bad at-bats. And Ellis retired the third strikeout for Harrison. 2-0 game here in the bottom of the third. Fly ball straightaway center. Tracking is Honnold. And tagging is Johnson. She'll make it to third. Runners at the corners now with 2 outs. In the start. On a Friday night. Runner goes and will make it to second easily. Deep breath by Harrison. Comes home with a 1-2. Shallow left, right in the Bermuda Triangle. That'll drive home 2. Hannah Gamble. Clutch hitting with 2 outs. She'll drive in 2 more. Left center.
Check the location of this pitch. Low, 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 right at the knees. She loves to go for that low strike. That's in her wheelhouse. That's where that she feels the most powerful to get extension through that ball. A little bit early here. This is an off speed, low in the zone. Clips off the end of the bat, but it's enough to get the job.
Ball and a strike to Kylie Halverson. 10 home runs last year, 7 already this season. Into right field for another knock. So back-to-back hits, the third of the inning. And a chance to do some more damage in the third inning. To the hot corner, and ready and waiting was Daly to retire the side. Arkansas out to a 4-0 lead. Mapley, syrupy kind of smell to it as well. One hopper over to Hamill in time. Gamble records the out.
Against the off speed against Baylor earlier this year.
Fair territory. Gamble across and in time.
Chester asking if this is young women and these head coaches and the coaching staffs have to juggle.
Line stock in control. Another strikeout.
Start to spike with certain at-bats.
Hammer, left field and gone. That was a no-doubt shot off the bat of Edgecott. 4th homer of the season.
I think it hopped over 2 rows of cars. Roy, you knew it immediately. You waited absolutely with no hesitation to call this home run ball. Off the bat, the entire stadium went nuts. Check that out. 1 row of cars, and I think it bounced over another. It's unreal.
Ford pickup truck out there. That ball and 2 strikes. Harrison looking for out number 1 to the hot corner, and a nice play, and in time. Daly stabbed it.
Goodness. Devastating speed.
He started every game center field last year as a freshman. Right back there this campaign. Daly was ready and played it perfectly. Off the hop.
About Daly.
And she will get a chance as the inning continues. Kramer has reached all 3 ABs tonight. Leads the Hogs in batting average this year, 0 for 2 tonight, and Ellis strikes out for the 2nd time. And the damage was done. The leadoff jack by Ryland has been in control and remains in the circle with Aaron Miller. Roy Philpott off the glove and into left field for a hit. Hammond's in, couldn't bring it down. And Crenshaw hops it over to Gamble, who recovers in time to get the play at first. They've had a chance for two.
Checklist that she brings to practice every single day.
Not games, but practice.
Yes.
We're talking practice. Swung on and missed. The throw down to first for out 2. And the break on the drop that you've talked about, it has been there tonight. Into foul territory, Gamble tracking to retire the side. Knight. And a slow roller to third for out number 1. Kennedy Miller is
on her and what she needs, what Hannah needs to be successful.
Whitten comes home, the 3-2. Rocket shot that is tracked down by the left fielder.
Have all of the data and the information overload.
Back to Whitten, knocks it down, over to first, and it's in time. Back when I used to play the sport.
It doesn't affect how she approaches her craft.
Arnold pops it up, over to short. Hammond's in.
Some upgrades. Oklahoma State with a brand new announcement of some stadium upgrades. I think we've gotten some word, maybe Arkansas right here in Fayetteville having some newness.
Up, Daly battling. Line stock in control. Strikeout number 6. And something to say.
Low entirely, just hammers low in the zone.
Over to short, and Laird fires in time. What does that tell you that they would put her out there as the... Harrison had her moments. Showed you what she's capable of. Out of the circle was Touche, and she fires high over to first. They couldn't bring it down. And the 3-1 hammered down the line. That's a fair ball. Saki digs for third. The throw comes in short. Runners now at second and third with just one out here in the 6th.
Build upon.
Touche.
Over
to first, throw home, and the tag is applied for the second out. Well, a heads-up play by Abby Hay. Runners now at the corners to prevent the run. Touche comes home. Fly ball to left field. Tracking is Phillips. And Touche gets the job done. A fist bump with Crenshaw. And a good way to close down the 6 strikeouts. Just 1 walk. And softly hit into left field. Katie Chester's aboard. Just the 3rd time tonight Mizzou's had the leadoff batter reach. And a good start for the Tigers here in the 7th. And the 0-2 to second. Try to get the force out there, and they do. Halverson just in the nick of time.
Leah Dahm and Susan Aids behind the plate having a word, and they're going to go over and talk to head coach Larissa Anderson.
12th game overall. She has done remarkably well. Puts a charge into this one. Deep center field, and it is gone. Abby Hay. First homer of the season makes it 5-2.
Late life that you gotta love. You gotta build a fire around this. It's a spark. Yes, it's late in the game, but there is a lot of play left that's gonna happen here at Fayetteville. Mizzou has got to continue to find ways to make adjustments.
Now, holds on to win. It does give Missouri a little bit of momentum that it would not have had in game 2 tomorrow. And down on strikes goes Abruscato, 3rd. And that hitter. Inning continues, the game continues. Back up the middle, off the glove of Linestock. The throw to first, not in time. And now the tying run comes to the plate for Mizzou.
Confident with it, sit on it, and trust it.
The runners go on the payoff pitch. Fly ball to left field, and that'll do it. Kramer tracks it down, and Arkansas takes game number 1. Razorbacks now 6-4 in the SEC. Mizzou falls to 4-6. For Aaron Miller, I'm Roy Philpott. Morgan Linestock, the story here. Let's find out what the story could be in Baton Rouge. Say hello to Tom Hart and KP. Gentlemen, take it away.